All right, Countercultural Life coming to you back in Study Studio, aka the Kickback, and Noah's spot in his house. What do we call? We determined what we're calling
My office.
my
I
oh
there
it's
was a thing. We came up with something, but it's been a minute. It's been a
yeah,
minute since we recorded, bro. It's been a minute.
and Noah's super creative, so I know he came up with something better than his office. So, um, super creative dude. Anyway, let's get into this. Speaking
I
of
think it was
being
the
creative,
stew. I think we called it the stew
the stew.
because it's the
I like it. I
studio.
mean,
Because of all my instruments that are not actually. There's zero instruments back there right now, but
yeah, and it's the stew because you know what, you're always cooking up something great. You're always cooking up something great in there.
yeah,
It's like a good stew, a little bit of this, a little bit of
Fortnite
that.
battle royales is what I'm cooking up right now. So
Fortnite battle royales. Nice. Oh
I've been
man,
reconnecting with my friends from college. We've been playing Fortnite together. So
good.
it's
Nice,
been good.
nice.
It's actually been really nice, but it's been the thing we've
Are
been
you
cooking lately.
so for those of us who know what Fortnite is but have never played it and have seen videos, I've seen lots of videos about. Are you good? Are you what would be considered good at Fortnite?
Uh, I play in the mode where you don't build, so it's easier to be good. In that mode, I am good. I would say, being
Okay,
humble. I'm not like amazing, but there's 100 people on the map, and I average 5 kills a game. So it's like definitely above average.
so okay. Noah's
But
good
usually
at Fortnite.
I'll have like 10. I'll have like 10 kills. Um, you know, but I'm definitely the best of everyone I play with. I'm the best.
Okay,
If
I mean,
if that's
and I don't view that as arrogant. I mean, those are facts. Those are just
Well, I'm
facts
the
we
only
laid out
one
there.
that's like I'm the only one that's competitive though. They kind of play for fun, and every game I play, I'm like I'm gonna be good. So, and
Yeah,
I've literally been
absolutely.
playing. I've been playing Fortnite since it came out, on and off. Like the month or two after it came out, I started playing it. So
Which
it's
for those
not
of us, when was that? When was that year?
like
What year was that?
2017, 2016. So it's
2016.
been a
So 10
minute.
years.
Yeah.
You're 10 years in the game. Useful. He's useful at Fortnite. So let's talk about 42 things that there was a list that came out about how to be useful. Noah's very useful at Fortnite, so you want to team up with him if that's a possible thing to do on Fortnite. So
But I'm
42
not
things to
useful
be
in real
useful.
life.
Oh, you're more useful than you think you are. Shout out the podcast. What was the podcast this came out on? Let's shout them out.
It was a YouTube video. Speed with 3 E's is the YouTuber
Speed with
that
three
made this
E's.
video. We talked about it before. It was in my
Speeds.
resolutions. We talked through my resolutions. Um,
Yes, resolutions was this work to this list 43 things to be useful. Speed, shout out to Speed with three E's, YouTuber. And I had to go through this list and see how many that I was good at. So let's talk through them. Number one, because here, let's set the tone for this. Why is this important? 42 things to be useful. We don't know where the world's going. The world's crazy, right? We don't know what's happening. The Terminators could take over. We don't know. It's 3 or 4 years. Maybe somebody's going to be
yeah,
watching this like glitched out on some, little black screen TV somewhere. They're going to be watching this exact podcast and they're going to say, "Hey, I don't know. I think I'm pretty useful," because they're going to have this list. So this is the list that we're going to determine that's been determined. These are the 42 things that you have to be useful. Not as a man, not as a woman. Useful as a
skills,
person. Skills. 42 skills. All
skills.
right. 42 skills. Number one, learn how a toilet works and how to fix it. Check, check or no
That's a
check.
check for me. Yeah, we're gonna go through this and we're gonna talk to the ones that I know how to do. As
Okay.
Drew, with the experience of a few years on me, looks down and casts his wisdom uh on me for these. So
I do know how to I do know how a toilet works, and unfortunately, I do know how to fix it. Crazy story happened 2 days ago. The toilet was sort of broke in our downstairs toilet, and we were trying to get American Home Shield to get us a new toilet because it's been needing to be rebuilt for a while. So we have insurance. So they came. I didn't realize my wife had set up the date for them to come, and I was not paying attention. And I went inside the toilet, fixed the chain, and now the toilet works great. And then the plumber got here and he was like, this toilet works fine. And I said, shoot, it all clicked. I was like, oh, this was the American Home Shield thing because he was coming here to fix something else too. And anyway, so yes, we know how to fix the toilet, know how it works. Number two, learn how to reset a circuit breaker.
If you don't know how to do that, that's a good thing to learn.
Yes, reset. Now, there's two things. Let's talk about the house circuit breaker. Yes, we know. Do you know where your panel is on your house?
Yes.
Okay.
We are renting and there's three people in this house, like three levels. Well, there's only the second
Okay.
level that's rentable and it's downstairs. So I do know
Okay.
where it's at. Um, it's
Panels.
a whole thing because my mom's the landlord, so I have to go down there sometimes. So
Let's go. Let's go plus one. So plus one. Do you know how to change the fuses in a car? There's a fuse
no,
box.
I do not, but I could. I think I could. That's a pretty easy
Yeah, I
fix.
think you could.
With a
All
YouTube
right.
video, I could do that.
All right. Number three, how to remount a bike chain,
Nope, I don't know how to do that.
which is
But
crazy to me.
I could probably do it. I think that the thing is I haven't checked this off because I haven't done it. But I think I used to do it when I used to bike when I was like in middle school. I would do it. But I don't know if I fully remember how to do one on a mountain bike because I'm thinking of a mountain bike for the record, which is
Okay.
more complicated because you have to chain it on the right gear to
Yeah.
so it's kind of more that's what I'm thinking. I think I could do it. I think I could do it even without a YouTube video. With one YouTube video, 100% I do it. I could do it
I
on a
guaranteed I
pedal
could do
bike.
it on a pedal bike. Guaranteed I could do it. I may get the chain set up wrong on a mountain bike with two sprockets, with the multiple sprockets, but it would work. It would work,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it may
yeah.
not be geared up correctly. Yeah, okay. All right. Learn CPR and how to use it.
And when and how to use it.
When and how to use it. Learn CPR and when and how to use it. You good with that one?
No, I do not know CPR. Do you
Okay.
know
As a
CPR?
father, you yes, yeah, that's military training, and then in a couple of different environments I've been in, you have to know how to do CPR. Scary thing about CPR, and this is what no one tells you now. I've never performed CPR, but I've been in enough classes and heard enough stories that to know that you will break ribs doing CPR. And that
Hmm.
freaks a lot of people out that you will literally break ribs. So know that before you go into it. Learn how to do CPR. Noah's going to need to learn CPR down the road, so he's going to learn that. All right, learn how to jumpstart a dead battery. Yeah, that's. I
Yes.
mean,
That's something I've done a
don't
lot. So that's something good to
don't
learn
cross
though,
negative and
because
positive.
yeah, people do that.
And
And kind of
I've never seen
understanding
anybody blow a battery up, but you can blow a battery up.
something important to understand when learning this is that you can the black one, you just need to get that's a ground. So like
Yeah.
sometimes the battery will not have a ground spot and you just got to find a spot in the engine to ground to. So having a understanding of that too is helpful.
Yes, on the frame if possible, the best ground point.
On
All
the
right,
frame.
let's look as we go through this list. Let's do this with no YouTube help. Could you do it with no YouTube help?
100, yeah, 100%. I
Okay. Okay, that's all of these. We're gonna go through all of these because this is an interesting thing to know now. YouTube is out there and it has everything on it. All of this, I guarantee all 42 things, all 42 of these things are out
that's
there on
how I'm
YouTube.
going to learn them.
But what would you do before YouTube? That's just crazy. Like this next one, how to change a flat tire. I was thinking of a bike tire, but how to change a flat tire. No one ever told me how to do that. I just kind of figured it out. And I did have a car fall off of the jack one time
Oh,
because
dang.
no one, yeah, and it fell off the jack, and thankfully people pulled up and helped me out. But how to change a flat tire? I can't remember. Shout out to my dad, rest in peace, David Carson. I don't remember if he ever taught me how to change a tire. I don't think so. So,
My dad definitely
um,
taught me. Um, and I actually like changing tires. It's actually something that I do. So I think I've told you this before, but in college, I changed tires for people every once in a while. Like if somebody, I would just like be around and someone would be like, "Oh, I got a flat tire," and I'd be like, "You want me to change it?" And be like, "What? You know how to change a tire?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then I'd be like, I have to be the one, like the dad that's like, "All right." don't go faster than 55 miles per hour on that donut. You need to go tomorrow and you need to go get a new tire. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
it's,
yeah,
but so, so
yeah.
definitely know how to do that.
Um,
That's a good one to know because you never know when you're gonna get stranded.
let's go 1A to this one, or what do we all know? How to change a flat tire. Six. Let's go
Six.
6A. 6A.
Okay.
How about changing the inner tube in a bicycle tire? I think that's harder.
Definitely don't know how to do that. I think that I will say though, for that one, I feel like that's less broad. Like, not everyone's gonna have to do that. And if
Yeah.
you are having to do that, you're either in a seriously bad situation or you're at home and you can watch the YouTube videos and that seems less like general.
Well, here's the
I
thing
don't know,
too.
maybe
If
that's
you
just
if
me.
you if you blow your bike tire out and you're already in a bad situation, guarantee you're not going to find a tube anywhere to fix your
Yeah,
bike tire.
no. And if you are packing the extra tube, then you should know how to do it. But we're already getting
Absolutely.
pretty specific into a
Absolutely. All right.
situation that I may never find myself in.
Number six, 42 things how to be 42 things to be useful. Number actually it's not six, it's seven. How to drive a stick. How to drive a stick. How to drive a standard automobile. Can you do it?
I cannot. I need to just get one. I need the vehicle. That's my problem. I've never had one to learn how to drive on. So,
That is
but but I do. My
I don't know
dream
why
car
I
is a
assumed.
stick. So,
I assumed. I don't know why I assumed that you would know how to drive a stick. I just assumed that
well,
one.
because I can ride a motorcycle, which is later on in this list. But
Which
so like
which is very similar.
I understand I just can't. I haven't physically done it, even though I understand the mechanics of it.
And I'm one of those people that says once you can drive one stick proficiently, you can drive any stick proficiently, even regardless of the clutch and the pressure and all that stuff. I still think you can do it. Uncle taught me in a field when I was 13 years old, and I remember he taught me in an old Jeep that was a old beater that they had as like one of their extra vehicles, and I could literally see the ground in the floorboard. It was so rusted out, and I remember that's what I learned to drive a stick in, and did pretty well, and now driven many sticks many times. Now, here's the crazy part. I don't know if I shared this with you before or not. When I went to Japan, the steering wheel is on the right side of the car, and you drive everything you ship with your left hand. To this day, I have tried to imagine what that was like, and I cannot do it. My brain will not calculate that imagery. And I'm like, I
No,
know I did it because I had a stick. Every car I had in Japan was a stick.
yeah.
So it's like I can't think how that yeah.
So that's how I'm gonna learn though, because I want a Japanese K truck. That's my dream car. So I'm just gonna learn how to drive stick on the right hand side anyway.
And then yeah,
So I'm gonna be the opposite. I'm not gonna know because my thing is I'm just gonna get one. Eventually, I'm just gonna get one on Facebook Marketplace. I'm gonna go pick it up and then learn how to drive it.
yeah,
So that's just because they're so
nice.
cheap. They're so cheap and they're so reliable and they're so easy to work on, is what everyone has told me. So
Gotta write that down. I think I have in my mind what a Japanese K truck is, but now I gotta go look it up because I'm pretty sure I probably drove one. I think we called it a scooter in Japan.
just like
K truck.
a
Yeah.
flatbed truck. It looks like a miniature, like um, like what we would call like a freight truck. It's like a miniature
Yes,
version of that with a flatbed.
I'm 90% certain we called them scooters. I'm almost. I'll have to go look it up, but we called them scooters when
It's like the
I think
Subaru
I know we had them in
Sandbar, the
Japan.
Honda Acti.
Yes. What is it had to be? It had to be.
Yeah.
We had them in Qatar too because I almost flipped one. All right. Anyway, um,
Number 8,
number eight, exercise alone with no equipment.
how to exercise alone with no equipment. That's one that I need to do desperately. I need to learn how to do
It is
that.
very valuable. Push-ups, crunches, or sit-ups, whatever you want to call them, and squats. But yes, can we exercise with no equipment? Absolutely. Learn the power of compound interest. Um, yeah, Noah's got that one. I thought I knew it, but I'm still doing some research and learning more about it. And I know it. I know it in theory, but I've never paid attention to it like I should have. If I'd have paid better attention to it, I would have invested a lot more earlier on in life. So
The difference between starting investing in a 401k at 25 and starting at 35 is $1 million dollars versus $2 million. Dollars.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that's the power of compound interest. Is 10
Yep.
years over an extra 10 years on a 30-year, 40 years versus 30 years is double, not
Yeah.
25% more.
Yep.
Once you kind of get that, then you're like, yeah.
And Noah needs to teach a finance class to young folks, obviously. Um, have a basic under so number 10, have a basic understanding of how taxes work. Yes.
I
I
didn't
want
check
more
this
of an
off
understanding.
because I want to like read a book or something. Because I would say I have like a basic understanding. What I want to learn, I'm taking this a little out of the spirit of it. I want to learn why taxes are the way they are. I want to learn how we ended up in the spot that we're in, where it's so complicated.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to learn how taxes work in an LLC and S corp construct. When you have a personal business, there are lots of
I don't think you
breaks.
need to. That's not a want. You probably need to learn that.
I need to, yes, I need whenever you we'll put my business out on the streets. Whenever you get your tax, um, I got refunds for a long time in our life. In the military, we always got a refund. Always.
Mhm.
Had kids, always got a refund. I remember we got like 7,000 or 8,000 one year. We were like, oh my gosh, we're going to Disney World. My tax debt this year was $21,000.
Yeah,
So it's like that's what you owe. That, and yeah, and that was my biggest one I've ever had. It's a blessing to have that much of a tax burden. That means you are making a little bit more money in life. Um, but the the actual it also lets you know how much you don't know about how to properly utilize the tax breaks. Because if I had utilized tax breaks correctly, I would have been probably a quarter of that. So
yeah. And also, you're probably getting to the point where you could file quarterly to make it easier
yeah,
on yourself. That would probably
yeah,
make it easier.
yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask my tax professional because I have my own tax professional now that you have to have an accountant or tax somebody's really good. I ask them that about filing quarterly to get good ideas from Noah even during the podcast as always. All right, number 11, how to be useful. Learn how to sew a button. Yes or no?
No, no for me. But I that could be pretty easy to learn actually, because my wife could definitely teach me.
I think I could do that right now with no YouTube help.
Are
I
you
think
saying that
I
because you think you
think
know how to, or you just think you can figure it out?
I've never done it, but I
Then
think I
no,
could figure
then
it
that
out.
doesn't count. You can't
So
check it
no,
off.
no.
You have to do
Okay, I
it. You
can't
have
check
to
it.
you have to physically do it for to check it off.
Okay,
That's my rule.
okay.
That's my like interpretation of
All
life.
right. Physically do it, so no. Okay, I have to say no to that. How to iron a shirt.
I hypothetically know how to do that. I don't know how to do it right. I've done it. I can do it. I don't know how to do it the correct way. So I'm not checking it because I need to be better at it.
Shout out to my military bros and sisses out there that have grown up in the military and had to iron their uniform. We used to brag about how crisp our creases in our uniforms were. I used to jokingly say I could shave with my crease. It was so crease perfect. Yeah, but I've spent lots of hours and lots of money on starch,
Mm,
learning how to iron a uniform and iron a shirt. So all day to that one. How to restart a hot water heater? No, I don't.
I
I
don't
don't.
either.
I don't. I didn't even know that was a thing. Does that make me feel like less of a man? Kind of, because I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't know.
We'll figure it
Um,
out. Whenever I have a house, I'm definitely gonna have to figure that out.
yes. How to ride a motorcycle? Number 14.
I know
Yeah,
how to do
that
that.
I don't. That was one of the things too that I don't even remember. I don't even remember when. I think it was a dirt bike was the first motorcycle that I ever rode, and I think I learned how to clutch on that. And still to this day, I don't. I get confused. I always have to ask, like, is it three up and one down, or one down and two up? And is it different for every motorcycle?
It's usually one down,
One
one
down.
down. One, it's actually these days it's one down, one up, because the neutral is a half. So So you go down on most motorcycles, you kick down into first, and then you kick like a full up into second. So instead of it being like two clicks, it's just one big click and you get into second.
What about third?
Well, then you just keep going up.
That's what I thought. All right. Yeah, it was. I never knew what I'd always have to ask, but I could just jump right on a motorcycle and figure it out now pretty quick.
Hmm.
Um, Number 15, cook a good steak or grill a good burger. I would say yes to grill a good burger. I would say no to cook a good steak.
I own a Blackstone that was given to us by my parents as a wedding present. Okay. It is still in the box because we don't have a house. We don't have a spot to put it. So when we
Ah,
get a house and we get a place to put it, then I'm gonna learn this. Because I'm just like, look, I could learn now how to do that, but I'm gonna wait until I learn how to do it on the Blackstone. Because that's gonna be the best. Cooking it on a
yeah,
Blackstone is going to be the best result for both of these things.
yeah.
So that's my
Well,
excuse for why I don't. I can make both,
I
for the
will.
record.
I would concur. I would concur. I think
Not
that's.
well.
I think that's a good way to go about it. I could. Yeah, I can cook a steak, and I can. And I've cooked a steak, and I've grilled a steak before, and I've cooked one on the stove and burgers. I know I can do a burger really well, not a steak. Not. I have friends that are just like barbecue masters, and I mean this. I feel really, and I know this is not a manly thing, but I feel less manly when I get around them. I'm like, dude, I must have missed it in my years of becoming a man that I didn't pay attention to stuff that I should have. All right. How to dice an onion? No,
I
I
don't
can't
like
do that. I'm not useful
onions.
with it.
I never eat onion.
Well, I mean, in order, you maybe have to combine those two to cook a good steak and a good burger. You have to know how to dice an onion. Who knows? Uh, uh-oh, what are you listening for? You good?
I thought I heard gunshots, but they sound far away.
Oh, well, speaking of war, no. Um,
I
I
don't think
did
it.
take
It was
the
either fireworks or gunshots, but it was far away, so I can't tell. If it's far enough away, you can't
I,
tell, then it's not a problem.
my son was in Chattanooga this week, and he is a likes to go. He has him and all his friends have mopeds, so they take their
Mhm.
mopeds all over the state and go mopeding at places. And they were in Chattanooga this week, and they were in the middle of a gunfight. So somehow, not
Wow.
instigated by them, but there was a guy with an AR-15 roaming the streets and shooting very close to them. And instead of finding cover like they should have, him and his three or four friends actually went to go find what was happening. So anyway, good time.
Was he strapped?
Now, no, what? Wait, yes, yes, he was.
Okay.
I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was.
Like
I said no
that.
at first, and I was like, no, he was. Um, Speaking of, took my son and daughter, my youngest son and my oldest daughter to get enhanced concealed carry permit qualified this weekend. So now we're all strapped.
It's crazy.
All right.
You live in a state where you have to do that.
Yeah. Um,
West Virginia's got like no rules. It's
it's the
kind of
Wild
crazy.
West,
It really
the Wild
is.
West Virginia. Nice.
Yeah.
Um, let's see.
17.
Uh-oh. 17.
I've got the list
How
too.
to
I
read a
can
map. Oh, how to
nope.
cook rice.
How to cook rice. I don't know how to do that. You know what's bad? We always get the little packs that you put in the microwave, 90-second rice, and it's so good. So that's
Yeah.
why I don't know if I'll learn how I need to learn how to do it just in case for when I move to Japan or whatever. Um,
Well,
but
on that note, my wife being Taiwanese Asian, I never, another funny story, I never even remember eating rice growing up. I don't think I ever ate rice anywhere growing up. I know it's weird, sounds crazy. I don't think my family ever had rice. Married Sabrina, and being that her mother's Taiwanese, so she's half Taiwanese. The first time I ever saw a rice cooker. So I have known how to cook rice ever since I got married because we have a rice cooker. So
mm,
it's the easy one. Um, so yes to that one. How to read a map. How to read a map.
okay, I'm not checking this one off. I feel I need to watch the video again because he gives more specifics of what this means.
Yeah.
I can read a map. I guess some people are maybe some people just can't. I guess, like understand north, south, east, west to a degree, but
Yeah.
so I can understand that when I look at a map, but I feel like that this is talking about like topographical maps, and that's how I
So on
you
that in
definitely
that
can do
space,
this.
no.
For sure you can do this.
Oh yeah. The thing about it though that is concerning is if you dropped me off in the middle of nowhere and I did not know where I was, I think I would be in trouble. I can read a map, but I don't think I to orient myself
So
would
that
be a challenge for me
so
initially.
number 19, I'll just go ahead and split. Number 19 is how to find north without a compass. So I think that that is
No.
almost more important in
Yeah.
tandem. I think those are in tandem with each other. But the important part is figuring out how to find north,
Yeah.
which is
So
which if it's not overcast is fairly simple if you know what time of day it is.
right, right. But if it's overcast,
But if it's overcast, you're
trouble.
cooked. So
Yeah. All right, number 20, since that was number 19, number 20, to start and tend a good campfire. Now, are we talking about with no flint, with nothing but a stick and your ingenuity? Because if we're sticking in your own ingenuity, I'm screwed. Like,
I
give
think
me a
they're talking
flint,
about
I'm good.
flint. I think they just mean in general.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I can build one, start one.
I think I
No
can
Boy
too.
Scout experience needed. Yeah.
I'm not gonna check it off because I haven't done it, but I think I could. I've started fires with my family or with other people before, never by myself. So because I've never done it myself, I'm not gonna check it off. But
Yep. All right, number 20. That was it.
so we're doing
Coming
the
through the next
first
time.
20, and then we'll do let's do 21 and 22, and then we'll do 23
Well,
through 42 next time.
I mean, we can keep going. Let's keep going a little bit. Number 21. One song on any instrument.
That's 22.
What's 21? What I miss?
21
One.
is one solid party trick.
Oh, see, I have them flipped. Okay. One solid party trick.
This one I don't.
Um,
I want to learn a magic trick for this.
I I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
do have one. Oh, I do have one. I can solve a Rubik's Cube in less than a minute.
Uh, I have one, but it's in my before solid Jesus days, and I don't. So I had a couple. I can do the. I can light my hand on fire with a lighter. With the gas from the lighter, I can light my hand on fire and make it look like my hand's on fire. I can also. I used to be able to blow. I could light a lighter and then suck the flame in to where and not burn myself. I could do those, but my greatest party trick was I could take a pint of vodka and drink the entire thing in one and walk away and still function for the rest of the night, which people always thought was amazing. And I did too, but yeah, those are back in the day. So I guess those would be considered party tricks, and I would say yes. Now, could I do it
Technically,
today? Probably not.
no
Yeah,
shot. Well, at this
no
point,
shot.
because you don't really drink and because you're like
Not like
healthy
that.
and stuff, that would kill you. Like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would probably you have to build up an immunity for that a little bit.
yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. Anyway, so yes to the party trick. Um, one song on any instrument.
Yeah, I can
I
do
mean,
that.
that's yeah.
The
I mean,
problem is that I don't have a lot memorized. I don't have like a unless I have a piano. The problem is if I don't have a piano, I don't have songs memorized as well. I have my one song on piano, which is Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis, that I can sing and
nice.
play. Um,
Nice. I got to hear that. That's one of the
but
songs that I grew up with. So now I got to hear that. Um, yeah. Next time you're in town, we're gonna find a piano and you're gonna do "Don't Look Back in Anger" by Oasis. I love that song. Matter of fact, we were listening to Champagne Supernova the other day. All right.
it's such a good
Um,
album.
yeah, and he's such a jerk too, which is funny because if you look at the backstory behind as Liam, I think
He's just
he's a bad dude.
misunderstood. I think
He's
it's
very
Noel.
misunderstood.
Noel's the one that's the
No,
jerk,
no.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There you go.
Liam's the brother that's kind of like he's also a jerk, but less loud about it.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. Um, Me? No. No, I mean I can't count hot cross buns or whatever on a piano. I can play the first couples. I can play the first part of Lean on Me. That's about it. Dun 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 dun. That's all I got. So yeah, I need to learn that. One actually good long joke. Yeah, I mean, I got lots of them, but
That's how we can end this episode. Tell a good long joke.
oh, off the cuff. You know what I haven't thought about in a long time? You know, no, I'm not going to check that one off because I think I need to be able to tell a good long clean joke. See, I have lots of long dirty military jokes
Mhm.
that don't.
I
No,
see.
and as I try, but you put me on the spot now, I can't think of one. So I guess the answer is no to that. I can't literally think of a joke right now that's a good long funny joke. I can tell long funny stories. Can't tell long funny joke. Anyway, keep going. Nope.
I'm trying to remember how to I had one that I used to tell all the time, but it's very childish. Um it's like uh I'm trying to remember the very beginning of it is the problem because I don't want to miss anything, but I think I have it. So it's like how do you put a how do you put a giraffe in a refrigerator?
This is that a long joke? It's not long.
Yeah. You open the door and you put the giraffe in. How do you put an alligator in a refrigerator? You open the
You
door, you
open
take
the
the giraffe out, you put the alligator in, you close the door. Okay. If you
yep.
have 500 bricks in a plane and one falls out, how many bricks are left?
4.99.
Okay.
One
S-
falls out. Okay, I don't know.
Sally is walking in a alligator swamp, but she doesn't die. Why? Because the alligator's in the refrigerator.
Ah,
But she dies anyway.
because the brick fell on her.
She gets in
I
there
don't
with a
know.
brick.
Nice, nice.
It's a great joke for children. It's a good joke for a child. It's not as good for adults.
I need
But
to learn a good
I
long
learned it
joke.
in
I
middle
thought I had a
school,
ton of them.
and I hit that one a lot when I was younger.
See, I'm thinking of them right now, and I do have one that I used to tell all the time, but it is not appropriate for a Christ follower, and that was my military jokes. But anyway, um, we can knock out a few of these really quickly because
Okay.
these are easy. So a bowline knot. Can you tie a bowline knot?
No.
Nope,
What's
and no to
funny
that
is
one.
I can I can tie a lot of climbing knots from my climbing stuff, or I used to be able to. I don't know if I can anymore, but none of these are that. So
Butterfly loop. I'm
no.
no
I'm just
on
gonna
that
tell
one.
you that I don't have a single thing on the rest of this list except
Sheep
for
bend
38.
knot. No. Taut line. What is that? Tart some
Taut
line
line
hit. Something line
hitch.
hit.
I
Taut
think
line hitch.
that's a fishing one.
Yeah, nope to that one. Trucker's hitch. Nope. Learn how to give good constructive feedback. I not only do it, I teach how to do it. So yes
That's
to that
something that
one.
I definitely need to learn. So how to be better at that.
How to give a good toast or speech.
I I want to check this
Oh, that's
off.
all day.
I think I can. I think I did a really good job on my best man speech at my friend's wedding.
I yeah, I'm good at giving a toast. See, we can end it with that. Um,
We can finish it up. We're almost there at this point.
yeah, I can do toast all day. Well, not all day long, but I know good toast. All right, learn how to memorize names when you are meeting someone. Yeah,
This is
yeah, I
so hard
kind
for
of.
me, bro. I'm so bad at it.
Yeah, the mind castle. I can kind of do that with names and
The one
people.
that's been
So
working for me the best is associating them with a famous person with the same name.
yeah,
That's been working the best
I
for
don't
me.
know how. When I'm trying, I can do it. When I'm just meeting somebody and it's quick, I
In
if I'm
passing,
not trying, yeah, in passing, I won't remember a name unless I'm trying to intentionally remember. Learn how to introduce two people. I am very good at that. I'm good at connecting people. So that's just you have to be in some of the stuff that I do. How to politely decline offers. I can do it. I'm not good at it because I don't do it enough, but I can do it. How to put out a grease fire. You got that one all day.
throw water on
No, don't throw water on it. Yeah.
it. I'm
No, don't
joking.
throw on it. Don't baking soda. How to dress for a wedding? Yes, I've done that
I don't know
to
why I didn't
my
check these off.
fine young friend across the podcast studio. Yes.
Very true. You looked
Um,
very dapper.
Thank you, sir. How to dress for a job interview? Yes, and I think that's a yes for you
100%.
too.
It's easy.
Um, how to dress
I
as
haven't
an
done a
adult?
job interview in forever, though, to be fair. Like in person.
How to dress as an adult? Yes. I
See,
mean,
I don't know what
we don't
that
need to.
means though, because I feel like
Yeah,
I
that
dress
is
like
the.
a college student still.
Well, no, it's. I think that's subjective though. What does it mean to dress
It
like an
is.
adult? Is that
It is
business
very
cash? Like,
subjective.
what is that?
He had, this is why the
Ah,
video is kind of important because he had like reasons behind. He
yeah.
had more.
38. How to talk to strangers?
I'm amazing at this.
Let
I'm
me share
like,
something.
okay,
I hate it. I'm good at it. I hate small talk. It is small talk is always a challenge for me. It's always been a challenge. I want to get deep into a conversation really quick and I hate small talk. So meeting strangers, I will always I've been known to say something kind of corny at first to try to just open up the conversation. I hate small talk, but I do know how to talk to strangers. I know you're phenomenal at this. You can talk to strangers easily.
let me tell a story. I went to
Yes.
see a movie 2 weeks ago. I went to rewatch a movie that I'd already seen in theaters, and I went and saw it again. And I go in, and the only other person in the theater is a probably late 50s, mid 60s woman for this movie that is rated R and pretty intense. And so I was excited to see how she reacted. And I was kind of watching her. And then at the end of the movie, we're both crying at the end of this movie. And so I just like start talking to her. And I'm like, hey, like, what'd you think? Because I was like, I've already seen it. Like, what did you think about it? And we talked for like 15 minutes. And she's actually from Knoxville, fun fact. And we talked
Wow.
about a bunch of stuff. And her husband was stationed in Japan for a little bit, and the movie deals with Japan. And she was very interested in how the Japanese actors acted like real Japanese people. And I got to tell her that that's just an actual Japanese person. That's just he's not an actor. He's just a Japanese person that they got. So it was a
Wow.
that's what happened to me recently. So that's how I feel about talking to strangers.
So don't tell us the movie because we're gonna go to that at the end. All right, here we go. Um,
Oh, oh, yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but
all right, how to lift things without hurting your back.
I'm not good at that. I need to be better at that.
I'm good at that because I've hurt my back lifting things. So once you hurt your back, you become really good at it. How to disagree with others in a civil manner all day. I love this. My favorite thing to do. One of my favorite things is how to disagree with others. I'm every time I disagree with somebody, I want to prove that I can do it really well. So
Hmm. I ramp up. I like in my mind, I'm okay, but I ramp up in passion, and it turns into that I'm being overbearing and mean is how it gets perceived. So I'm not good at this at
yeah,
all because I'm too passionate. If it's a hill that I want to die on, like that Frankenstein is a terrible movie, Frankenstein's a terrible movie, I will get like heated about it. And I'm not angry, but then it's like the person on the other end of this is like, whoa, whoa. So I'm bad at this.
I think I am really good at trying to slickly pull apart their argument. So it's like even when now if I'm passionate about something, I always try to deconstruct someone's argument. So I'll go straight into high questions all day
Mm,
long. So I'm trying to
me too. Me
deconstruct what
too.
yeah, so and I've gotten better. So when I was younger, when I was your age, I had the same issue. I get really passionate, intense, and I know you don't do this, but I would start the f bombs to start flying, and then the cuss words and all that stuff. So I don't do that anymore, but that's how I used to be when I was younger. I wasn't as good, so it's a growth thing. Um, learn how to receive compliments. Uh, I mean, I don't know. Compliments have always been weird to me. Um, I think I can receive them, and I try to do it in a way that I'm like, well, thank you for your kind words. I mean, it means a lot. It's awesome. But it's been always been awkward. So I think I'm okay. I don't know how to do it. What about you?
So. I don't know if I'm reacting. I think I'm all right at it, but it's just it is awkward. So
Yeah. Yeah. Learn how to learn how to do new things
that gets
all
checked
day.
off at the end. If you do that, you have to do the other 41, and when you get to number 42,
Yeah.
that's you get to
And
check
I
that
think
off.
I like how they end it like that because I mean, I think it's important even without the other 41 things. If you don't stay learning new things, you'll get stagnant and stale. So it's always about learning new things and not being afraid to fail. The more you're not afraid to fail, the more you're going to be an impactful person in life. So 42 things to be useful, all 42. We have made it through the entire list. And we have learned that there are certain things that I feel are manly on this list that I should know how to do. And I am even questioning whether I should turn in a portion of my man card, but I don't think I will because there's other cool things that are on this list that I don't know how to do. So,
Very true.
um, all right. Counter Cultural Life podcast coming back at you, talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. We're going to keep bringing it, keep bringing the fire, keep bringing guests, but we will be back. Countercultural Life podcast, study studio, out, out. I was throwing a gang sign on accident, so that's not a
Stop
thing.
it. Blurring,
That's C for
blurring all
Carson.
that,
C for Carson. All right.
blurring that.